Hello. It's been so long that I've actually forgotten the name of the gentleman sat opposite me.
My name is Liam Copeland.
Your name's Liam Copeland.
Well, the Liam Copeland.
The Liam Copeland.
If you've got the in front of your name, you're important.
Yes, but that's self-proclaimed, so then it loses all importance. Surely not. No.
I'm not having it. No. The.
Well, you know, I feel like you're slightly more sombre than you were earlier. I know that you said that to me, but I don't know.
This is my persona, isn't it?
This is your
miserable man. Yeah. People aren't used to hypo happy Liam.
Hypo happy Liam. No, it's
genuinely
weird.
so happy lately.
There is. Thank you for this.
Yeah, I'm
sorry, I've just been given something, but I shall allude to it later
that's
on in the episode.
A little something else. No, I've been really happy last week or so it's quite good.
Any particular reason?
Started working with you, ain't I? So that's made me happy.
Well, if I didn't think my world could get any smaller,
I know.
It has.
Yeah.
I am now Liam's, should we say supervisor or superior? I hate the term supervisor because it just sort of sounds like, you know, calling someone a milk monitor. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those titles that you've got to give someone to make them feel slightly important.
I find it alright. You can call yourself, whatever your title is, that's what you are.
Well, I like to think just...
You haven't been a dick about it, so it doesn't, do you know what I mean?
Well...
You probably could be a bit of a twat and be like, do this, do that, but instead you've just been like, right Liam, we've got to do this now, and I'm like, yeah, cool.
I do like to incorporate finger painting as well, and sort of, you know, you know when you're at school and you had you'll cut like a potato in half, but like out of weird shapes and then paint with it. Did you have that?
Yeah.
What's happened to that?
Potato, no, that's painting with your feet.
Painting with your feet? No, I never did that. The thing with like paint when you're at school, it gets all hard and sort of crunchy on your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible after that. It feels nice when it's wet.
Did you ever used to just put glue on your hands just to pick it off?
Make them all shiny?
Yeah.
No, I remember that.
Pick them off.
Huh?
You just used to pick it off because it was just fun to pick
You
off.
would peel it off,
wax,
wouldn't you?
Wax as well.
Did you ever used to pick your scabs and eat them?
I never ate them.
Why didn't you eat them?
Food.
Huh?
I had real food.
Well, obviously, but it's good for your immune system, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I've been going, Rob.
Word on the street.
What about bogies? I bet you were a big bogies picker.
A big bogies picker?
Yeah. Do you reckon kids pick bogies then? They've all got iPhones and shit.
What? So they're too busy to pick their nose?
They've probably got a bogey app.
That's actually fair enough, yeah. Well, they've given up reading books, so they might as well, you know, give up picking bogies as well. I never thought about that. Yeah. Just this age of technology that we live within. This sort of... this 80s kind of view. I wouldn't say dystopian, I suppose it's utopian at the moment.
They don't play with like pick up worms and stuff like that.
No,
they don't spend any time outside.
I bet kids are incredibly clean now, aren't they? Yeah. So there's no playing outside, so they're too busy on their iPhone. Oh, that's exciting, I never thought about that.
That's the thing, like, I remember being out all the time when I was a kid. But now you don't see any kids out.
There was a couple of young children that I encountered yesterday.
They were fun.
They were of I would say a traveller descent.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But they... sorry, Charlie Nicholas just came on the TV, and the thing I love about Charlie Nicholas is he just makes up words. So he talks about football and then goes, the interscootability, and it doesn't actually make any sense. Thank you. Sorry, I just keep being given stuff.
Yeah.
So, what I meant, where was I going with that?
You were talking about the traveller kids.
Yes. So, I mean, there was something slightly annoying about them in the fact they sort of did that whole sort of McDonald's sort of paper shooting out of a straw thing.
Oh, I like that.
They did that at me in the face, and I actually said to one of them, they need to learn some manners, which is quite cool. But then they're in a shop across the road from where we work, where we both work now. Yeah. That's weird. And in that shop, one of them was distracting the shopkeeper while the other one was just nicking stuff.
Yeah, but I like that.
But the thing is, they did have
old school.
They did have a cavalier attitude to life.
That's old school. That's craze crime. I'm all for old school crime. I don't like new school crime. I like old school.
You don't like cyber attacking.
Yeah, it's the same as me. If you're going to bully someone, you shouldn't bully them over cyber. Like, put the red down a toilet.
Are you condoning it? I mean, I don't condone both types of bullying.
I condone the physical and the mental, but not through internet.
Really?
You just do it, put someone's face.
So as long as as long as you're confronted with this person physically.
I'm very old school. I think the kids that sit at the back of the bus, they're the hard ones. They're the cool ones. And if you're a loser, you don't sit at the back. But don't tweet about it either. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm old school. Craze old school.
Any particular reason you're craze old school? Any films you've watched recently you feel like you've been influenced by?
I didn't think it was that great.
Really?
It was alright, but it just made it. I felt like I knew less about the craze since watching it, and I knew quite a bit before. So.
Oh.
No, I just think it's a bit of a different time because it was when crime was like glamorised. Like these were people that were massive like criminals, and one of them dated Peggy Mitchell.
I still watch. I still watch Goodfellas now, and I mean, even at the end when he's putting witness protection, all you want to do is be a gangster, don't you? And it is that glorification, I suppose. Was it always like that? But I suppose it can always be like that if you've got that much money and that much cocaine. It's better now.
Like I was genuinely watching Legend. I was like, why don't we wear suits no more every day? Just suits. Like you think about gangsters now. You think of them about in their flat pig hat, tracksuits, like shotting weed out of their BM. But back then it was like, I'm suited and booted. Do you know what I mean? I look cool. I'm cheap. Like the craze was like in the movie as well, but like they'd be cheeky because police were always outside their house, so they go and make him a cup of tea. I love that. That's just old school.
Yeah,
kind of
some sort of.
Do you know what?
There's a bizarre etiquette there. Yeah.
You're out here all day. Do you want a cup of tea? Even though you're trying to get me nicks, you want a cup of tea, and that's why I quite liked about those kids. It was like one was distracting, the other one was stealing, and it was just old school.
They did also come into the pub and ask to use the toilet. They then asked if me and a dear friend of ours are twins. I think because we dress slightly similar.
A joke.
But we won't get into that. That's another story for another context. So
you get a lot of lookalikes though.
Do I?
But you got asked the other day, didn't you? I don't know if everyone wants this story out. This probably restarted my good mood vibes.
I think, with stuff like this, it doesn't bother me. It's generally when, I may have got chased down the street the other day by a group of children. I was basically just walking down the street, and I think it was a group. It was four kids. They couldn't have been any older than 10 or 11, and 2 boys, 2 girls.
You're interacting with a lot of kids lately.
Well, I know. Why are you? Why? Good.
So just want to hint at it.
Good. So that's fine. And they came out to me and asked if I wanted to buy any DVDs or books. I was like, no,
Did they say it was for like beavers or scouts?
No, I was just like, I was just like, I was slightly baffled, so I just sort of went, no, I'm fine, thank you, in a kind of weird way. So, I kind of, I carried on walking, and then they sort of shouted out, they've never been watched or read before, and I thought, well, where are you getting all this brand new stuff from, these 10, 11-year-old kids? Quite a nice estate. I mean, it wasn't a sort of dodgy place. That's why I got confused. But I was walking down the street and I carried on walking. I was minding my own business. I didn't have my headphones at this time, so I was just walking down. I had my hair down, so I had quite long hair, obviously. Yeah. So I was walking down, and they all start following me. But they did that sort of thing, like in a film or a cartoon where you sort of turn around. You're being followed. You turn around and they just stop as well. And then you carry on again, and you turn around, and they stop. Yeah. And then I remember sort of as I was walking around a corner, so I could see them out the corner of my eye, and it was kind of like they're all in sort of discussion. They look kind of like a little conference between like 4 little brats, basically. And they clearly chose like a leader. So at this point, because I carried on walking, I managed to build up quite a lead on them. And one of them came sprinting up to me, so excited, with a piece of paper and a pen. I mean, just the sheer enjoyment in his eyes. I was just like, oh my God, I definitely know what's coming here. I do know what's coming, and I didn't know which way to go. And he went, excuse me, Russell Brand, can I have your autograph, please? And at this point, I either make a little kid's day and just pretend to go along with it, or I just destroy all his dreams.
No, you should have.
Guess what option I went with?
You went destroy his dreams. You're a prick. Genuinely, I think you should have signed it. I think you should have, just because of the comedy value of signing it. He's going to tell everyone he's got Russell Brand's autograph, and we know it's yours.
Yeah, no, but instead I went, no, I'm not Russell Brand, you little prick, and walked off.
Did you actually call him a little prick?
No, I didn't. I just went, no, I'm not Russell Brand, and carried on walking.
The only other way is that they knew you weren't Russell Brand, that they're just trying to mug you off, and then you've won. But if he's sprinting up like that, I imagine it would have been like, oh, Russell, or something like that.
Well, this is the thing, that's what usually winds me up, is when it's said in that manner, because there's sort of no craft or wit, but when someone's actually sort of genuine, like a little kid is genuinely excited and it's just a sort of confusion of identities, then I find it quite endearing.
But the thing is, like, right, you have a bit of facial hair like he does, You have
had a shave the other day, anyway, go on.
But, do you know what I mean? He still has a pretty similar facial hair, you have similar haircut, and you wear semi-similar clothes, as in they're dark and slightly tight on you. But you, face-wise, you look fucking nothing like it.
No.
Like, I wouldn't say you and Russell Brand, like, if you both had completely shaved heads or anything like that, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, you two look alike. Do you know what I mean?
What I have been getting more recently is
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was a spawn of you or it is the fact that my hair is just getting longer now, and the slightly piratical vibe I've got going on, that I am now Jack Sparrow, apparently. Which is, you know, I'll take that. I'm quite happy with that.
The thing is, though, you're not, like, I'm quite proud that people are taking it from me. But he ain't ugly, so don't. You know
there we
if
go.
no one was coming up to you going, "Oh, you elephant man," that's when you need to be crying.
What was his name? John McCrick.
John McCrick is
was
not.
that him?
He did.
No, didn't John McCrick do the betting on Channel 4 with a horse racing?
Yeah.
It was John something.
Yeah, John McCrick did that, and he was in Big Brother, wasn't he?
Yes.
And he would just in his underwear.
Well, there's a bit of research for our two listeners.
Yeah.
What was the Elephant Man's second name?
What was the Elephant Man's second name?
Yeah, so, what...
Also, I'd love to know who gave him that name. And I've always thought...
The Elephant Man?
I know it's really weird, but does this sound a bit weird? I read something the other day, they were talking about, it was like some hidden messages in Disney movies, and that Dumbo, is a hidden message from the Elephant Man. Because he's in the circus, all that, and people could laugh at him and all stuff like that, but they shouldn't laugh at him, and that's what happened to the elephant.
And people are sort of going, "Oh, it's all right now."
But I don't know if someone's just gone, do you know what? There's some elephant man, circus, laughed at. Oh, it's about that.
But it's that kind of, it's sort of, when you put it like that, it's so explicit, but until you're told, then you wouldn't realise. So it is actually quite subtle, I suppose. So, yeah, I suppose it kind of
better
makes
than
sense.
Like when, what was it, Romeo Must Die, and they're like, yeah, it's about Romeo and Juliet. Really didn't get that.
What?
Romeo Must Die, the movie.
Yeah.
Like, just based on Romeo and Juliet.
Are you joking?
Do you not know that?
Really?
Oh, you're funny.
I did not know that.
Do you know West Side Story is based on Romeo and Juliet?
Is it? I've never watched it.
Have you not? It's good.
Is it good? It's got a lot of dancing in it.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you enjoy a bit of dancing?
It's not my favourite musical of all time is Calamity Jane. I'd happily watch that over any movie.
Calamity Jane?
Yeah.
Do you know what
Just blew in from the windy city.
I mean, one of my favourite films is The Wicker Man, which has got songs in it, but I wouldn't consider it a musical. Do you know what I do like? Paint Your Wagon.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's a comedy western musical starring Clint Eastwood.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I imagine that's quite wooden.
And it's got that. No, it's alright. He hasn't got the best singing voice, bless him, but you know, he does try, so.
It's very weird because I like stuff like that, like old musicals, but Glee or anything like that just makes me want to throw up.
What's that other one? What's that one that came out recently? And there's Pitch Perfect.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I watched the first one. I didn't really know what was going on, to be honest. I couldn't really figure out if it was a sort of behind-the-scenes making of the film or if it was actually the film. Yeah. That's where I got confused, to be honest.
I went to see a kid do Les Mis. He was at St. Martin's School. And they invited the mayoress to it. And I just thought, you're inviting the mayor to, or Mayoress to Les Mis. That's not really an appropriate musical for her to see about overthrowing the government.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you know what? It's like, I felt like it could have been a
warning. You watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. This is going to happen. Yeah. If you don't watch your step, this is going to happen. We're going to sing while we overthrow you. Yeah.
And the only other thing I do really hate about Les Mis is that they all got Cockney accents, but they're in France.
Yeah. Everyone knows that in the, when was it set? 18th century? Yeah. Everyone knows that the French accent in the 18th century is very similar to the Cockney accent now. Do you know what I got told quite recently, which I don't know if it's true or not? That, because I suppose Australia is a colony of ours, isn't it?
Sadly.
That the Australian accent now is quite similar to the Eastern accent of the 17th century.
Really? I found out the other day, I don't know why, but the letter T was banned in Romania in 1984.
Why was it banned? Surely when you get told that, you would want to find out why. I wouldn't take that at face value and go, alright, and carry on living my life. I go, why?
I read it.
This is intriguing.
I read it in like a fact book, but they never told me why.
What a rubbish fact book.
Right, mate.
Where'd you get this fact book?
I'll be honest, my dead nan bought it for me.
Did they?
No,
it was, while I was buying you how to play like a Chelsea player?
Yeah, my nan's got that one, so yeah.
Hang on, what? Your nan's...
The one that bought me the Chelsea player book isn't there, but I was lying about being bought. Not the Chelsea player, the fact book. I have the fact book, but I bought it myself because I like facts.
Is it bad that I feel like I should feel bad?
About what?
I don't know, something about your nan.
She died when I was like 10, so I'm not really.
Are you over it now?
I was never under
it. There.
I was never under it.
Just gave him a pat on the arm. Yeah. So, just saying this podcast. So obviously you can't see us right now.
No, because it's a podcast.
Yes, I was saying obviously you can't see us right now, but thank you for undermining me in such a manner.
That's alright.
So, would you say we're dressed quite similarly right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've got your top on, so yeah.
So, Liam, in an attempt to do what?
I'll be honest, it was just, see, some people would think I was mocking you. I was mocking myself. And I was like, oh, do you know what would be really funny? Is if I put on one of Stuart's cardigans. Because I do actually like his long cardigans. I actually think they look quite cool. And I know he's going to wank over that later. I'm just giving him a
well,
but
I do anyway.
Well,
so,
wank over me, thanks.
Well, over myself.
Yeah.
So, like, not in the mirror, I was just a thought
of me.
Like,
he was at work, I was at work, and I was like, do you know what, it'd be really funny if I put one of his cardigans on, and we're both just wearing cardigans all day. And then we could be called the cardigan. It started as twins, but now cardigan cousins is a lot better.
I think, yes.
And the thing is, people who were in on the joke that I was mocking myself found it very funny, and I was like, yeah, it is funny because it's too tight for me. It shouldn't be worn by me. And then I started serving people that didn't know that it wasn't my style, and they probably sat there afterwards and was like, does he not know that is way too small for me? And I was just sitting there going, no, I think it looks brilliant. But like, now it's got really cold though, and it's really keeping me quite warm.
Now there's a practicality towards it.
I've got a badge.
You do, I mean, I did say earlier, I want to put this in the nicest possible way. Oh no!
You thought I was going to rip it? Yeah.
No, I mean in the nicest possible way because it's quite cloak-like.
Yeah.
In its style, isn't it? So the only way I can sort of describe Liam right now is it kind of looks like he looks too old to enjoy Harry Potter, but still does.
Do I look like I should go? I'm going to a convention.
You look like you are going to a convention.
See, I thought I looked a bit more mother. I've also had like the Sith Lord and stuff from Star Wars, which is. I
had that as well. Yeah.
But I feel quite Mother Teresa-y when I put the hood up and stuff.
I guess slightly. I don't know.
But maybe that's just me trying to.
I feel like it's a bit too much gothic to be Mother Teresa.
Still want that one. To be fair, someone put you down quite well today, actually.
What do you mean?
Well, because we were talking about politics, and a customer just went, "Oh, what is he? Some fucking goth or something? Is he?" Just like assuming that the only thing you'd want in a leader would be a goth.
Well, yeah, it's true. It's fine. Who said that again?
People.
Oh yeah, it's Fred, wasn't it?
Yeah, Fred. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would very much enjoy that.
That was after I said that I liked Robert Mugabe, a man that fought against him.
Yes. No, that was quite an awkward situation. Basically, a very dear friend who drinks in now both of our place of employment. Used to live in Rhodesia for a little while. Was part of the Rhodesian SAS and fought against Mugabe. Liam did not know this and said that he thought Robert Mugabe is a stand-up guy.
I didn't say
well, you did. You said, I would love to go for dinner for him and I'll buy him a present.
I said he's my 6th favourite dictator.
6th?
Yeah.
Who are the other 5?
Do I have to go? I've gone through them all before.
Well, do it now.
Idi Amin is my favourite of all time. He's the greatest man that's ever alive.
Greatest dictator?
Yeah,
do you mean? Not greatest man?
No, I don't know. There's a song saying he's the greatest.
Okay, so Robert Mugabe number 1. I don't like how you've gone the other way. I was expecting like a Top of the Pops kind of countdown, to be honest.
No, I like going 1.
Okay, so number 2?
Can I not explain more? I could talk about Idi Amin.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, it's a podcast, isn't it?
Number 2, you got, as much as you got to go Hitler. Because you got. He was good.
I never thought, I know it's been quite a while since recording the last podcast, but I never thought it would culminate in this fashion. So, sorry, right.
Yeah, but I want people
I'll let you explain Idi Amin afterwards, right?
No, I just explain all of them. It's not their killings. It's the things I look for in my favourite dictators.
At what point did you think I'm going to start a chart? At what point?
I started reading and watching stuff on them, and I was like, it's amazing.
But surely you should go, oh God, that's horrendous. Like,
yeah, but I know it's horrendous, but then when I see a video of Idi Amin, like...
If I'm watching a video of Idi Amin, I'll go, oh, that's bad. I don't think... No, right, he's number 1.
The thing is, like, Idi Amin especially, like, he's so bad, but then he'll do an interview where they're like, Zimbabwe, Uganda's poor, they need loads of money. Like, we know that apparently Britons are sending aid, and he goes, no, I am sending the Queen aid, she hasn't eaten for years. It's hilarious, I can't help it. He's literally killing these people, they're starving to death. Then apparently cannibalism and stuff like that as well. But the whole time, because he wants to save face, he's going, oh, we are very rich. It's just brilliant, he's funny.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So it's less about the killing, more about how they got away with it, just because they were charismatic.
Yes.
Like, you look at Hitler, realistically,
for him to even get into power, there must have been a sense of charisma.
Crazy, but like he had a whole entire nation that would have done anything he wanted them to do. That is crazy charisma. Julius Caesar's 3rd.
Right. Okay. Is Mussolini in there? Anyway?
Mussolini is at the 3rd.
What?
4th. Mussolini is 4th.
Do you know
5th
Mussolini?
is Stalin.
Stalin. You know Mussolini? He actually started the first ever Italian film school. Yeah. Which I think is very cool. Yeah. He actually laid the brick as well.
This is the other things. It's like Hitler. He was an avid pet lover. Just I love little things like that.
Who was?
Hitler.
Hitler was an avid pet lover.
He loved pets. Like he would animal cruelty. He would not kill an animal, but he'd more slaughter millions of Jews. Just his level of like craziness. Like something like with Idi Amin, he's always said that his favourite nation wasn't even his Uganda, it was Scotland. And he used to say he was the king of Scotland, and he's like, what?
That's why it was called the last king of Scotland, wasn't it? Yeah.
And he was saying that he was going to take over Scotland from Britain. You just can't. Do you know who I really loved?
It's quite admirable, isn't it? Really.
Who I really quite loved quite a lot.
We've got our favourite shout out girl again.
Yeah.
Oh my god, hi guys.
That was so cool.
What do you mean that was put on? I think that's how Chelsea greets everyone.
Who was the Italian
Mussolini?
No, before the one that just been, but he's done because he was having those sex orgies.
What you mean, Berlusconi?
Yeah. No, I wish he became a dictator.
What? Because would he be number 1? For his bunga parties?
No, not even the bunga parties. For the fact that when Barack Obama came in America, he went, oh yes, I like Barack Obama very much. I like his suntan. Brilliant. You can't get over that. And then the worst thing is everyone in Italy laughed. They found it hilarious.
I'm really sorry to find it. Are you wearing a girl's cardigan?
I'm wearing Stuart's cardigan.
Well, thank you. You managed to insult both of us.
So that's insulted me.
That's brilliant.
It was just the way it was like
now
so
when
short
me and Stuart,
stretched. You're tiny, Stuart.
Now me and Stuart work together.
I am slightly worried that the next time I wear this, it's going to be slightly oversized.
You're not wearing it. I'm wearing it tomorrow night. I'm wearing this as well at work.
Why?
We are now cardigan cousins at work.
Can you get your own cardigan at some point? Right, I'm gonna start a rule of being a cardigan cousin, seeing that I'm the supplier of the cardigans.
My birthday's in December. Buy me.
You can wear a cardigan to start with, but you have to get your own one.
Start one of those Kickstarters to get Liam a cardigan.
Yeah, one of them. Let's get a Kickstarter.
But yeah, no, I really liked him. He was a cool. He was one of my favourites. I think he could have been a really good dictator if he tried.
Yeah, no, it was rubbish that he kind of got found out. Really,
it's funny. Have you seen a video of him or pictures as well of like the German prime minister's like bent over a card signing so to do something, and he just goes up behind it and starts like trying to fuck up.
How he ever got into power is unbelievable, really, isn't it? Right, okay. So Mussolini's number 4, number 5. Stalin.
You can't.
Well, you know, when you kill that many millions of people, you got to get at least the top 5.
That's why it's fifth, because his killing was more than his charismaticness.
Who's number 6 again?
Robert Mugabe.
That's it.
He's quite charismatic, but yeah, again, he's still there. So do you know what I mean?
He's living, so you don't sort of see him as he hasn't quite hit legend status yet, has he? I can't believe I'm pandering to this, to be honest.
I was watching the other day, like, it's so bad. People are genuinely going to think I'm like so weird, but like anyone that knows me knows, like my friend, like me and my mate Jack, we will genuinely have conversations like this and rate him and be like, yeah, but did this, have you seen this? Like with serial killers as well. It's got to go to the West. The West was just brilliant.
But Myra Hindley, where's she?
Yeah, she's in there. I don't really have a list of serial killers, but I like.
Do you feel like you're dehumanising these people a little bit? And not just these people, the people they've murdered?
No, because I know it's horrific. I'm not saying it's not horrific, but half of me is so interested in the way they get away with it. And then also, like, if they're charismatic about it. Like, the fact is, like, you look at, especially, first of all, you look at Fred West, yeah? I'll be honest, I'm a straight man, he ain't gonna kill me, he ain't gonna try and have sex with me, but I wouldn't have got in a car with him, but women got in cars with him, and then Rose, like, for her to just go along with him, for her to join in with him, it's, my mind just doesn't...
Have you ever watched, or read up on sort of psychopaths and things like that, they are incredibly charming when they want to.
Yeah.
If I'm honest...
Apparently there's 7 things to make a psychopath.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
And I've got at least 3 of them. So my parents, I think they've always been a bit scared.
If I'm honest, because this has been the first podcast that we've recorded for quite a while. I mean, I think just because of general things, you know, work, employment, like life just kind of getting in the way, and it is quite bad.
Plus, you went a bit getting to the Greek with your alcohol, didn't you?
Well, I don't know about that, but no, I was gonna say that I was expecting some sort of catch up, and I was talking about sort of light-hearted, jovial things. I wasn't expecting a top 10 list of dictators and serial killers, but there we go.
This is my life.
So, actually, before we wrap this up, we need to mention one thing, don't we? Well, we've mentioned several things.
Is he going to be happy being on the same podcast as me talking about serial killers and dictators?
Well, it's kind of the point, isn't it? He does all that sort of stuff. Not the killing part, but he makes people look like that sort of thing. He makes people look like the victims, doesn't he? Obviously, he does other stuff, you know. Very good face painter. Sorry, Dave. No, basically, our very dear friend Dave Darko of Darkworkz Studioz is putting on is it an exhibition?
It's an exhibition, yeah.
And it is on Sunday, the 27th of September. Where? Hang on, wait, where is it? Isn't it? Yes, O'Neill's in Brentwood. I can't believe that we're seeing that we're now both gainfully employed by.
Only other one pub is available, and it's better.
Another distributor of alcohol and enjoyment. We're actually mentioning another one, but yes, O'Neill's in Brentwood. But it's not actually in O'Neill's. It's upstairs of O'Neill's.
That's mental.
They painted it all. They painted it all, wouldn't they?
It was really weird.
Dave actually just came down looking like a meth dealer, didn't he?
When I used to work here, I don't even know where that is. When I used to work here, me and Joyner used to have a boxing bag set up.
Oh, that's at the very, very top.
Right?
I know that because I remember once when I used to work here, I went for a nap and then found. I sort of went for a wander around and found that what you're talking about.
Yeah. We used to, when we got stressed out, used to go upstairs and just box.
Why not? As you do. So, what was I going to say? So it's Sunday the 27th of September. It's between 6 and 10 p.m. It's Upstills, O'Neill's and Brentwood. It is for charity. Which charity are we doing? Here we go. Supporting... What's this Gold September?
Maybe that's it.
Sorry, I'm not reading from a script. I'm reading from my own mind. Sorry, it's called Childhood Cancer Project. Don't let me reading from my own mind demean this project. I'm sure it's a very worthy project. So yes,
you can buy paintings and stuff there, but it's even just to support, and that's really good.
There you go, support a local artist who's trying to do something different and support a charity at the same time. I don't know what else you would want to do with your Sunday evening, to be honest.
I'll be there.
I mean, I'm going to be there for an hour, I reckon, but I've got to work. I'm not saying work's better than that. I've kind of, shot myself in the foot there, haven't I? But there we go.
But you're still making the effort, and that's all that matters.
Well, there we go. So if I don't see tens of thousands of people at this exhibition, I'm just going to think you are terrible, terrible human beings.
So now we'd just like to say... So I was going to do something funny, it didn't work out. Alright, see you later.
Does that happen a lot to you?
Yeah, my life.
I feel like you've been slightly, I don't know, I feel like you got all your energy out of the way at work earlier.
No, I'm still happy, but people, do you know what, this is the problem though, like, people don't want happy Liam. Yeah?
No, they don't.
Like, earlier on today, 2 people came into the pub and they were like, some girl went, oh, do you not remember me? I went, yeah, I remember who you are. And she went, but you never say hello to me in the street. And the other woman went, he never does. He doesn't say, I'm lucky if I get a nod out of him. I'm like, am I this? But you do
seem very excitable of late. This is what I mean.
It's because I'm working with people I love.
Wow.
I'm really happy to be working. I've got.
Did you hear that, Terry? Liam loves you.
Now Frankie O'Shea's calling me a wanker. That's brilliant.
Good. So I'm going to end it now. I reckon.
Peace out.
So. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, I do need to say, if you do feel that the recording quality, or the sound quality, I should say, has slightly heightened from the last podcast, I would like to thank my brother Martin for purchasing a microphone for us.
Thank you very much.
So thank you. Nice one. So yeah, sorry, I forgot to say bye there. See you later. Take care.
Adios, amigos.
Spanish, good, multicultural.